here we go. Solving quadratic equations with square roots. Solve each equation by taking square roots. Whenever they say solve and you're dealing with a variable, what are you trying to do? Get the variable by itself, okay? Right now the k is not by itself because it's being squared. So how can we undo this squared? Square root it. Okay, remember we would have only divided it had it been multiplied by 2, but it's squared, so we square root it. They cancel each other out, but whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So what is the square root of 76? Type it in. Okay, now, isn't the reason that the square root of 76 is 8.7 something 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 we just rounded off? Because 8.7 times 8.7 is 76. Type in 8.7 times 8.7. Okay, 75.6 something. Why wasn't it not exactly 76? Because we rounded it. Like if you'd have typed it all in and multiplied it by itself, it would have been exactly 76. Now type in negative 8.7 times negative 8.7. And what do you get? Same thing. See how in this problem the k is squared? That means we have two solutions. Well, we just discovered what they are. The first one is positive. The second one is negative, because don't you get the same thing? Yes. Okay, so anytime you're solving for a variable and you have to take the square root, you put a plus or minus on the answer, because both of them work. Now let's look at number 3. To get that x by itself, what do we do to both sides? Square root it. Okay, so those cancel each other out, leaving x by itself. What is the square root of 21? 4.6i, right. And why do we have to put the I this time? Because it's negative, but we also have to put plus or minus, because a positive 4.6i squared would equal negative 21 or a negative 4.6i. Okay, number 5. What do you think we're going to have to do first on it? Subtract the 8. Before we can square root it, we've got to subtract that 8 to the other side. And now you have x squared equals 20. Now to solve for x, what do we do? Square root it. And so x equals 4.5, and it's positive, so we don't have to put an I, but we do have to put a plus or minus, because a positive 4.5 squared would equal 20, a positive 4.5 squared plus 8 would equal 28, or a negative 4.5 squared plus 8 would equal 28. Okay, number 7, what do we need to do first? By division. And then m squared equals, what's negative 414 divided by 6? You have a calculator. Negative 69. And now to solve for m, what do we have to do to both sides? Square root it. And so m equals plus or minus 8.30i, because it's negative. It's a complex number. Okay, number 9, what do we have to do first? Add the 7. So m squared equals, right? And now to get m by itself, we have to, and so m equals plus or minus 9.7. Okay, number 11. What do we need to do first? Divide by negative 7 on both sides. And so n squared equals negative 64. Okay, now what do we need to do? Square root it to get rid of that squared, leaving n by itself. What's the square root of 64? 8, but it was negative, so we put an I, and we put a plus or minus. Why have we been getting all decimals and now we got a whole number? It's a perfect square. 64 is a perfect square. Number 13, what do? Add the 25 to the other side. And then x squared now equals negative 48. And now what do I do to both sides? Square root it. And so the square root of 48 is 6.9i, because it's negative, and then plus or minus. Anytime you're solving for a variable and you have the square root, you put a plus or minus, because either would work. Because when you square them, they become the same thing, because the two negatives go to positive. Okay, I'm going to give you about 10 minutes, so at about 1:40, we're going to move on to something else. You're going to work on the evens for the next 10 minutes, okay?